Namaste Gurukulians, hope you all are fit and fine and doing your study. So in this very lecture we are going to discuss about the chapter atoms and molecules. Okay, in the previous lecture we discussed about the introductory part of this particular chapter. In this very lecture we are going to discuss about the topic atomic mass. It is a very important topic. Okay. So, now with this atomic mass, from where the scientist got that idea that now we need to weigh or we need to find out the atomic mass of different elements. So, in the previous lecture we discussed about a theory, that is your Dalton's atomic theory, and this theory is going to justify both the laws of chemical combination. So, from that theory scientists come to know that this is a particular term, atomic mass, related to each and every element present in the universe. So, this is a very important term. So, from the very beginning what they did, for example, taking an example of carbon monoxide, one carbon, one oxygen. Okay. When they performed this particular reaction for the formation of carbon monoxide, what they will see? They will see that this carbon, 3 grams of your carbon reacts with 4 grams of your oxygen. This is a fixed amount. Okay. So, from this what they concluded? They concluded that the carbon, the amount of carbon required is 4/3 times of that of your oxygen. Simple math. Okay. So, they thought that just take this carbon as the reference unit. Reference unit means now they are going to find out the mass of another element by taking this carbon mass into concentration. So, now what they suggested? They suggested just take this carbon as one unit. Now, the oxygen amount is what? 4/3 unit, that is your 1.3 units. Okay. So, this is the very first thing. From this they calculated that carbon, take it as 1 unit. So, the amount of oxygen is required is 1/3 units. But this decimal fraction is not supported by another scientist. They stated that the mass should be in whole numbers. So, what they did? They started searching for this reference unit. That means now they need to change this reference unit. So, secondly, what they took? They took oxygen atom as reference unit, and 1 unit is equals to 1/16th part of your oxygen atom. Okay. Now just listen to me very carefully. Okay. That means oxygen atom is now our reference, and 1 unit, or you can say that 1 AMU, that is your 1 atomic mass unit, is equals to what? 1/16th of the mass of your oxygen atom. Why they chose this oxygen atom as a reference? Now the question is this: why not any other element? Why not hydrogen? Why not lithium? Why not sodium? Why they emphasis only on this oxygen atom? Just because of the two properties. Firstly, the reference should be like what? Should form compounds with the another element. Okay. Secondly, and the mass which will come should be in whole numbers. So, these are the two conditions which is satisfied by this oxygen atom, because oxygen reacts with maximum elements present and they give what? Whole number. Yani ki that means the atomic mass which came because of this oxygen atom is in whole numbers. But again, there is a modification in the reference unit after some time, and now the modification is what? They change the reference unit oxygen with carbon 12 isotope. Now the reference unit is what? Carbon 12 isotope, and 1 unit or 1 AMU, one and the same thing, is equals to what? 1 by 12 the mass of carbon 12 isotope. Why I am again and again saying the same thing, carbon 12 isotope? Because carbon exists in number of forms. Carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14, they all are carbon, but they are isotopes. Okay. What are isotopes? I'll discuss with you, okay, in this chapter or in the next chapter, okay. So no need to worry about it. Now listen here, 1 by 12 to the mass of the carbon atom. Supposedly I am having a watermelon, okay, and I am going to divide this watermelon into 12 equal parts. What? 12 equal parts. And this reference unit is equals to what? The weight of one part of this watermelon. Getting my point? That means I divided this watermelon in 12 equal parts, and the mass of one part is equals to my 1 unit. And with comparison to this atomic unit, I am now going to weigh the mass of what? Other element present in the universe. Getting my point? So the reference unit is now 1 by 12 to the mass of carbon 12 isotope. Very good. So now there is a term that is 1 AMU. 1 AMU. 1 AMU or 1 unit. It is nothing but what? Equals to 1 by 12 to the mass of carbon 12 isotope. And now if I am going to find out the weight of this oxygen atom, what I am going to do? I am going to take one part of this watermelon on the one side and the oxygen atom on the other side, and now I am going to see that what is the mass of this, atomic mass of this oxygen atom, and this atomic mass is relative atomic mass. What? Relative atomic mass. Why relative? Because the mass of now oxygen, for example, is in relation with what? Carbon 12 isotopes. I am going to compare the mass, or you can say that I am going to find out the mass of this oxygen atom by taking the reference as 1 by 12th part of what? Your carbon 12 isotope. Okay, that's why the term relative is here. That means in comparison. Now the next is this relative atomic mass is also known as what? Your average atomic mass. This is the another name for this relative mass. Okay. So the next is, how do atom exist? Atom exists, firstly tell me, yes or no? Atom exist? Yes, they exist. But if the statement is, do all atoms exist independently? Then the answer is no. Atom exists? Yes, atom exists. That's why each and everything is existing in the world. But do all the atoms exist independently? Independently means single atom of any element. Element is oxygen. All the elements are what? Listed in your periodic table. So now here, comparison between your atom as well as the molecule. These two terms very important in chemistry, and the difference is also very important. So what is an atom and what is a molecule? Listen to me very carefully. Supposedly I am saying that, oh, O stands for your, what is the element? Element is oxygen. If I am taking one atom, the smallest unit of any element, listen to me, the smallest unit of any element is atom. Building block, atom. But not all the atom exist independently. That means their existence, single atom of an element exists, yes, exist, but only in the case of your noble gases like your helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Okay, only in the case of your noble gases, atom of noble gases exist independently, yes, it exists, but except these noble gases, in rest of your elements like oxygen, okay, hydrogen, nitrogen, the atom doesn't exist independently, because oxygen in nature exists in the form of molecule, that is your O2. Hydrogen exists as H2, nitrogen N2. Getting my point? That means from here you can say that molecule, what is a molecule? When two or more atoms, they combine, chemical bonding is there, okay? That means bond formation is there. When two or more atoms, they combine and chemical bond formation is there, then what is formed? A molecule is formed. So this is a molecule. And each and every molecule exists independently. That means molecule of any of the element, it exists independently. So the definition of molecule is when two or more atoms of same or different element, same or different, same atoms O and O, different atoms, you can say that like C or O. Same atoms O and O led to the formation of O2, carbon and oxygen, that is CO. They both are molecule. Why? Because two or more atoms of same element, oxygen, or different element, one is carbon, another one is oxygen, led to the formation of your molecule, and molecule exists independently. That's the main thing. Okay, next is the topic is molecule of element or molecule of compound. Okay, simple thing is when two atoms of same element, they combine to form the molecule, this molecule is known as molecule of element, because here both the atoms belongs to same element, so the term is molecule of element. But here when two atoms of different elements, one is carbon, another one is oxygen, they combine, this led to the formation of a molecule, but this molecule is molecule of compound, because carbon monoxide is a compound. Getting my point? Because atoms of different elements are combining. This is the core basic of chemistry. Okay, so atom can exist independently or can't exist independently. Only in the case of noble gases it exists independently, but in rest of the cases atoms is not going to exist independently. But in the case of molecules, molecule exists independently, yes. Molecule can be formed by combination of same elements or the atoms of different elements. Okay, so when the same combine, the formation of molecule of elements takes place, and when different combine, then the molecule of formation of molecule of compounds takes place. Okay, so now the next is regarding your what? Atomicity. The term is atomicity. The term is atomicity. Atomicity stands for number of atoms present in your molecule. Number of atoms present in the molecule. For example, O2, atomicity 2, oxygen is 2. O3, O3 means O plus O plus O. So how many number of atoms? 1, 2, 3. 3 atoms of oxygen. So atomicity is 3. In P4, atomicity is 4. Sulfur S8, atomicity is 8. Or you can say that in case of helium, 1 atom, atomicity is 1. So for 1, the term used is monoatomic. The term used here is monoatomic. For 2, it's diatomic. 3, triatomic. 4, tetraatomic. And greater than 4, you can use what? Polyatomic. Polyatomic means poly stands for many. That means many atoms are combined here. So the atomicity is polyatomic. So the last topic is your ions. What is ion and what are the types of ion, you can say? So firstly, what is a difference between an ion and an atom? What is the difference between ion and atom? So now the next is ion and atom. We already discussed atom. Atom is neutral. Neutral means beta in chemistry charge is 0. Charge is 0. But in case of ions, ions they are what? They are charged species. They are charged species. That means by taking an example of NaCl, that is your sodium chloride, or you can say that the common salt that you are using at your homes. So NaCl, here Na positive, Cl negative. Okay, this atom is having a charge and this is also having a charge. So they are not atoms, they are ions. Charged species are known as what? Ions. Positively charged species known as cations and negatively charged species known as what? Anions. Known as what? Anions. So this is the ion part. Here my question to you is, supposedly I am having this Na positive and on the other side I am having this SO4 negative. So this is a single atom, positive charge, cation. But when group of atoms means 1 sulfur, 4 oxygen, total number of atoms 5. Okay, when group of atoms having charge, they are also known as ions. But group of atoms, so poly word is going to be used here. Okay, polyatomic, negative charge, that is your anion. So now what we are going to use? Polyatomic anion. So ion can be of single atom having the charge or group of atoms having the charge. This is your what? Ionic part. Okay. So in this chapter is this lecture is very important. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the WhatsApp group. Okay, bache. So all the best. Thank you.